All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here. We're at J.C. Lewis Ford here in Statesboro. Sunday, so they're closed, but we're out making some videos. We're going to talk about the advantages to an HD truck today, why HD is so important. I've actually made a video, I'll link it at the end, that says why I'd skip the full size, go straight to the HDs. Okay, there's a lot of advantage to an HD truck, and there's a lot of ways to buy them that people are not aware of that might be very beneficial. You're going to get a little road noise. Like I said, we're right, there are lots right on the highway here, so you're going to hear a little background noise. But so why HD? Why is HD so important? If you notice, there's tons of them. This just goes rows and rows here of F250s. Okay, it's the same thing with the the Cummins for the 2500, 3500 for Ram, the Silverado Sierra 25, 35. They're a very popular vehicle today, and they're not all of your white. We do get a lot of white, but you can see over there, there's fleet services. Okay, that way down there is where that's their fleet services lots. And that's where fleet vehicles are that are like that. But these are not fleet service vehicles. They're used by people that are, working, but they're also made as a family hauler. Why is it so important that we have the HDs, and why do people want them? So if we look at it, like taking a look at this here, even a simple STX, this has got a Cummins in it, or I mean a Power Stroke in it, 6.7 Power Stroke in it, but this is a diesel truck. This is a heavy duty truck. It's got a lot of capabilities. It's got a lot of room. It's got a lot of advantages, but you can get it set up like this. You can get it, here's the same exact truck basically they're both F250s, F250. This one is in a, with a gas motor in it. Okay, this one's a diesel, this one's a gas. You can see that we have all different variations of these. Here's a Platinum edition. We'll walk back through these and show you, but just give you some examples. There's a Lariat edition. Okay, we got right here, we got XLs. This is your work truck style. So in the HD lineup for all brands, they offer something for everybody. If the HD truck, here's a King Ranch. Look at this King Ranch right here. Okay, one of the top of the line type looking trucks here. If the HD truck was just a work truck, they wouldn't offer this stuff. Okay, they wouldn't offer these kind of options. The reason they do is this is the most versatile tool there is. A full-size truck basically serves one purpose. Full-size truck is a family truck. Okay, that's what they are. They're not a work truck. They can be used that way, but they're not a work truck. They're just basically a family vehicle. They are a sedan, a family sedan with a truck bed on it, and yet it will still go off-road. It's got four-wheel drive. It's got a lot of advantages. That's what a full-size truck is, and that's why they're so popular. They drive and ride like a Cadillac. They feel nice and plush. They got a lot of great things going for it. Here, though, in a HD truck, again, I'm not just saying Ford, we just happen to be at a Ford lot for this video, but any of the HD trucks, this is the tool of the industry that does it all. Okay, this is a family hauler. This is also a working truck. This has got an 8-foot bed on it. This thing you can get it with the 6.5-foot bed, the 8-foot bed. You got all these different options on it. This has got the capability. This has got the payload capacity. This can haul stuff. This can do everything that a full size like the 150 is sitting here, which is a great truck. That is just a family wagon. It kind of does it all good. Still fits in some of the garages. This is the big dog work truck that gets it done. And they build different trims for those levels. And believe it or not, a lot of times, not here, obviously at this, $95,000 for the King Ranch. I'd never buy a King Ranch in my life. It's a very pretty interior. Got a lot of bells and whistles and fanciness to it, but I mean, it's a tremendous amount of money. And this doesn't even have the eye output in this one. I don't think it does. It'll take glass off, nope. But when you get into the HD lineup, the value is here too. Okay, the robustness of this vehicle, this truck, these trucks are built so much bigger and stronger than a full size is. Okay, it's not just looks and it's not just appearance here. Okay, we're talking about bigger, better motors. We're talking about V8 options and diesel options in here, and we're talking about the amazing 7.3 and the 6.8, which is also fantastic. We got those. Here we have full solid front axles in here, okay? I don't know if I can get under here to show you, but let's try to wiggle in there. Full front, solid front axles in an HD truck. Okay, this thing is built with better parts. This is built to take the abuse. This is built to run the miles. This is built to go the distance. This is built to handle anything you throw at it. That's why people love them. Okay, and if you get it with, if you don't, well, they ride really stiff. Get a Tremor version, get a Power Wagon, get the Rebel version, get the ZR2 version, get these ones like this, that if they got that off-road tuned suspension, they're gonna ride so much nice and smoother on the road. Okay, so there's options there for you. And you got everything that you can think of from start to finish. But these trucks are, let's go through the trims real quick. Let me show you here, just on these, and it does, again, the same will apply if you're looking at a Ram HD and you're looking between a, between a base model, a Bighorn, a Laramie, Limited. It's all, again, here we got Lariat, STX, we've got King Ranch, we've got, XLT, you got all those. But look, here's an XL. So here's an XL F250 with a gas motor in it. And this one has got the 6.8, it's got that 10-speed torque shift G trans in it. But this is a great setup. The price of this, okay, that's less than most F-150s cost. Less than most F-150s, yet this truck is bigger, built better, designed better, tougher, stronger, gonna last longer, and it also holds its resale value better. A lot of people don't understand this, but let me put it in perspective. A full-size truck, such as an F-150, retains its value, okay, according to IC Cars and all those online things that you see on there, you know about. Okay, these only hold 60% of value after 5 years. Okay, 60% of value is all that's left in them. Mid-size, like ours, our ZR2 that we got right there, 70%. HD truck, 80% of value. 80%, and this is, again, across the board as general, as you're gonna see on there, 80% of value, according to the statistics on there, for 60% of retained value. Why? Because they sell so many of these, because it's in such demand that the used lots are overflowed with them. These, people hang on to them much longer, and resale value on them is tremendously better. But so when you look at this, here we got that standard XL, and that base one right here, here's the difference. XL versus the next trim up, which is STX. Both of these are gas engine trucks, and you can see on here, there's just, you got different wheels here, simple, more work ready, that kind of thing in here. But let's take a look at the interiors of these. Let's take a fast peek. Beds, look at the size of that bed. Look how nice that is. But inside, simple. Okay, this is an XL, as low as it gets. Look at that setup, as low as it gets as far as work, functionality, and setup, but 55 grand, okay? Let's compare that to a Lariat. Here's a Lariat, upper trim level, not a King Ranch, but pretty close. Not a Platinum, but it's a Lariat, so you're getting up there. This has got the 6.7 turbo, or the 6.7 diesel in it, okay, F250, and this one is an FX4 package as well, $87,000. 87 grand. Let's swing around and take a look at the inside. But basically 90 grand and 55 grand. Do the math difference on there. It's pretty crazy when you take that into consideration and you think about it. And then inside here though, we're getting more fancy. As you can see. Look at that interior. Screens, the whole deal. Everything is so much different in here. And that's the thing with HD trucks. Okay, they, like everything else, they have something for everybody, something that's gonna fit what your needs are, something that you're gonna wanna use. STX is a perfect middle ground. Still get the beautiful cloth interior, and yet you get the nicer wheels, you get some of the more fancier options in it, and you come in at a pretty good price. This is still the gasser, and this one is got the 7.3 in it, which is the one I like. Okay, so you got the 7.3 in it. What do they call it? The 10R40 or something trans in this, and but you're coming in $61,000. So this has got a nice upgrade on it over that simple XL version. And again, all of them are that way, but the point is HD is where it's at. Now, it may not fit in your garage, any of them, to whether it's Ram, Chevy, or Ford. Now, Ford and Ram are the two that use a solid front axle. Okay, Chevy, the Silverados and the Sierra HDs, they are using independent front suspension. Those will ride a little smoother on the road. They won't work quite as hard, okay, or have that durability of this. So everything's a little bit of a trade-off. But when it comes to the HD trucks, there's a lot of value to these. There's a lot of advantage to these. There's also some downsides. Okay, they're bigger. They're going to use more gas mileage. They're harder to wash. Look at this in comparison. Now I'm only 5'6", but still, either way, if I got to wash this truck, look at this. I mean, this is no fun to get on top and to wash this thing. It's bigger a headache than you think it is. Okay, so these are things that you got to take into consideration. But the HD world is where it's at. Plus, a lot of them don't have to deal with some of the emission stuff yet that they're putting on the full-size things. Now, if you get a diesel, you're getting there, and it's going to be worse for diesel coming up pretty soon. But these are things that you got to be taken into consideration and thought about on here. And here we got an F250 and an F250 again, but $88,000. These things are not cheap when you get into the upper trim levels. When you stick to the lower stuff, the XLs, the XLTs, the STX, that's where your savings is. But if it was me and I was buying something other than a mid-size, I skip right over the full size and I go straight to this. This is where I would go, not necessarily an F series, not in a Ford necessarily, but the HD truck line. That's where the value is. That's where this toughness is. That's where the robustness is. That's where the capability is. That's where the payload is. That's where the towing capacity is. That's where the truck of the truck is used. Okay, this is where the truck factory comes into play, and where these are get-her-done trucks, and they got the capability and the looks to them as well too. So just a little overview with the difference, but this is why these are so popular. Okay, it takes the family vehicle, which is what an F-150 is, or a 1500 Sierra. Any of these, your full-size trucks, they take it and they turn it into something that's actually way more usable, way stronger, way better built, holds value more, and doesn't cost a lot more, and you get a lot with this truck. So that's the advantage to these things. That's where they're coming in at and why they're shining. So any comments you got, put them down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Thanks for watching.